And we're off and running. Oh, I gotta enlarge the board here. Here we go. So Larson's opening. Oh, bishop b5. This gets very tricky. See, white has a threat. Now f4 should be played here. This gets very, very tricky. So, you know, it's not easy to play black here. For instance, f6 is, I think, is a mistake. I have to think. Yeah, you have to think back. See, white has some resources here. See, first off, what we want to remember is the defensive power of a pin piece is purely imaginary. Okay. Now, I was looking at a game recently I played way back in 1981 where I had black here, and it's in, if you look on my YouTube playlist under the Twitch channel, I have some topics called Fortress, where one side is maybe down in material but tries to erect an impregnable fortress. So that game can be found with this line, and it was played in 1981, and I was playing it was right when I was breaking 2200, right around that era, and my friend of mine who became 2480, he had already broken 2200, but he would tell me I misplayed it, and we covered the line. I'd have to dig this up and remember it, but the defensive power of a pin piece is purely imaginary. So white can take, and take this. Let's see if that happens. Well, he didn't do it. Okay. So it's a mistake to do this right away.
Check.
Because of g6. Now we don't have time to take this. But what we can do here, I guess I was wrong about the defensive power of the pin piece.
Check.
We do it this way. Now we can take here. Okay, and if takes,
check.
Here comes the check. And, you know, we can't do that because of
check.
This. And white's just won a pawn. And a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened in that game. But here, black does have to be careful because this is under attack again. So, but I think Queen E7 gives black adequate resources, but I could be wrong. Well, maybe this move does too. Okay, so now takes. There's that check again. You know, this is annoying. Let's see. Takes,
check.
takes. Check. And I believe white has won a pawn.
Check.
And maybe even more. Maybe not. I think you have to come up here. So that doesn't mean this is a bad move. This is a very, very, very tricky position. Black has to be extremely careful. You know, we might still do the same thing here. Let's see. Takes.
Check.
Takes. Check.
Check.
And, you know, so it looks like white missed something here. If I'm wrong, please state it. So, but you know, according to my friend, I misplayed it. So that's why I want to try to look at this a little longer and solve this if I can. If not, I can leave it to you guys. You know, prepare for this line. I mean, if it works for white, it can work out great for white. And if you can find the refutation, you can use it as black. Okay, so the heat is still on here. Maybe we need to bring the knight here. And you ask, well, could we do that last move? And the answer is no. Oops. No, the answer is no, because this is pinned. See, we have this again. See, the defensive power of a pin piece is purely imaginary. Okay, well now white lost a tempo, black lost a tempo, and I still think this this idea works, and it's even bonus for white now because you got a free move out of it.
check,
Now he finds it.
check,
And now we just pick up the bishop. So black has won a pawn.
check,
And white's happy to trade because
check.
he knows he'll win the ending. Now he ruptures black's pawn structure. So this should be a relatively easy win for white. Here I would put the knight here. And if the bishop comes down, I'll just put the knight on this wonderful square f4. He's being too cautious, but he's also trying to double. And that doesn't threaten anything. That was not needed, but it does chase the bishop out. Now let's swing this knight into play. Well, okay, except black could play here, and you kind of sent the knight in the wrong direction. He didn't play that. He came down here. Now, this cannot be sound because white can just take this. He does. Now let's anchor that guy in. Maybe this way is the way to go. Well, yeah, playable, but it's such a wonderful square for this knight. This creates a threat. The threat is to play rook takes pawn check. Okay. I got the knight to f4 like I wanted. He wants to trade rooks, and I guess that forced it. White can just one friend of mine used to say play checkers, because checkers you trade. You're trading down into a winning ending.
check, check,
And
check,
black is losing all his pawns. He's down a piece, and white's marching a pass pawn up the board that black cannot hold. It's just a matter of time before black says that's enough.
check, check.
Oops. And there goes the game. Well, Constrictor, you did exactly that. You constricted him. Okay? It was a good game by white. Okay. Let's move on to the next.